Okay, so the lab one, we're all going to get into AutoCAD. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. You can be able to put into the search box in your computer Windows, of course. Windows search is a filtering application. Okay, all of that. So you will type it in AutoCAD, and we're going to choose a regular one, not mechanical, not electrical, and not architect. Okay, so we have like three different kinds of second level AutoCAD software. It's just the library is bigger. This is basic, and it is okay, for your class because you are at level 1. So the very first tab here is all, and the second one is the apps in your filter. So you're going to filter to app, and then you will open this. If you open it, click on it, and you're going to get to here. Of course, it is very important that you log in by using your student email. Otherwise, it's not going to communicate with the AutoCAD site. So they know your email, and then you got to be in this class. Register into this class to be able to open this software. So if you have a clash, let me know, and we can fix it. With our IT people. So we have a Joshua Denny for the department IT, and he is going to fix the license for you. Alright, so we're gonna start. So the very first page that you have to study in AutoCAD application or software or a program is going to be this start page. Okay, so here when you carefully look at it, you're going to see the rows. So the very first row contains a quick access toolbar, and then the second row you're going to have a home, insert, of course, so and so all the way to the end. Right now, just to recognize the row. And if you don't open a drawing file, this area is going to be all gray out. So your ribbon, of course, when you click on this, right click it, you can't be able to go into it. So don't attempt it. That's because we're on the very first page, and you have to go into the drawing page to be able to activate this ribbon area here, your tabs and the ribbons, and the tools inside of these ribbons. Panels, of course, you're going to have all of them in each tab. Many different panels in each tab. And the third row is going to be your menu, the very first menu bar. And then, of course, there is a home page, which is your start page, we call it in this software. And then, of course, this is how you can be able to open a new drawing sheet, virtual new drawing sheet. Then we're going to quickly look in this area, and you have control, navigation, on this side, on that side, okay. And also you have down there, navigation controls are there for you. So this is just a scanning what you have on the first page. The version number is tagged here. AutoCAD 2026 is this what the version that we have here at our school. And we have, of course, open, and then of course new is going to be here under this start tab. On this side, we have a recent files, display area, and then we have, of course, announcement and welcome message here on that side. So if you want to give feedback and contribute your insights, then we can be able to connect to the AutoCAD site, which is Autodesk, corporation. So anyway, so this is where you can be able to connect to them. On the very first row, there's another navigation starting from here all the way to the end. So here is little shopping cart. It is going to take you to the AutoCAD site, and you can be able to sign in, of course, using your email. because I put my credential, and then you have to identify who you are, and it's going to take you, okay? AutoCAD, Autodesk, App Store. AutoCAD is a software under Autodesk. All right, then we can go back to this site, and we're going to continue. Yeah, here is your resource. So this is a little question mark icon, and it contains a help, download Autodesk Assistant, okay, and of course the newest version, yes, about AutoCAD 2026 is going to be right here for you to explore. And this is the search, and you can be able to type, keyword or phrase into here to be able to explore this help menu. Then of course they start to integrate the AI. Agent is right here, but still in pilot phase, so it's not very good. Okay, some of the stuff that it cannot be able to answer, but they are working on it. But of course, it knows you. So here, hi Kane. Okay, it knows you by the name, whatever first name you put with your email. Oh, I see you need help with AutoCAD. What can I do for you? Blah, blah, blah. And you're going to type in what you need. Again, this is still in pilot. They passed the beta phase, but still in the pilot phase. So it's not that very good. Okay, so if you want to close it, you can close it very easily to save the space. Okay, and here is, of course, the property where you can be able to do move or size it or close it. Or dock it, anchor left, right, and the auto hide, and also you can make it transparent. Right now we're just going to close it because we don't need to use it for now. Okay, now we will get into details. So you do have a little menu bar next to the start tab. So if you click on it, see this, you can be able to see the hidden menu. We have start in this menu. We have a new drawing, which is this guy, and you have new and open, which is these guys, okay, right down there. So we'll go one by one. The start tab is of course attached to this area, and open, when you go to the drop down for the open tab, see that you can be able to open the files, and this is going to open a drawing. Or you can go all the way down to open a sheet set. Of course, you can also explore the sample drawings. So these are the how to go to each of the tab under open tab. Okay, so when you open files, it's going to open it for you. So here it is directly connected to the document. Since I already opened this, it is remembering where you were at. So it is at here at document, and I put it in the AutoCAD files, of course, systematically. And I have my record log if I do screen recording inside of the AutoCAD. Of course, we also have the PDF. And I think education version, they disable this, and I don't see the conversion, like file conversion from the AutoCAD recording onto the MP4. So it's not very useful here. But anyway, so all the plot that I print will go into PDF, and this is our exercise file, and I'm going to share that to you, and you can download it from the announcement. I'll put it in the team. You can also download it from there. So that is up to you. For me, I put it in the document, but if you want to, like set your directory, to the S drive for you, S drive or something, of course you can target it there. You can put it in your drive if you have your own drive, external hard drive or things like that. So that's up to you, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to use a drive and you want to use a cloud, you can also put it, put and save all of your files in the cloud. Okay, so it's pretty easy for you to be access your file. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and open one of my okay, file that I have here. Yeah, so this is how you use the Open tab. Of course, we can always go back to the home, which is your start, easily like this by clicking on it. Okay, now we will take a look at Open and Sheet Set. Suppose you have saved a sheet set, it's going to take you to the AutoCAD sheet sets, yeah, folder directly, and you will be saving, yeah, everything you need, all right, in there, and can be able to open it. Your sheet set has a different file type, and that is like a .dst. Yeah, you will click on it. Suppose I have my sheet set file, and I'm just going to go ahead and open that. Yeah, it's not in this school computer, it's in my personal computer. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel it right now. Now the next one is explore sample drawings. Okay, so if you click on it, you can be able to see the sample in the sample folder, yeah, in the AutoCAD. So we have ActiveX, we have a database connectivity, we have and US, that is just English, yeah, US is in the United States, American, okay, English, and then of course mechanical samples are here. Your sheet set sample that you can be able to open are there in your VBP, okay, Visual ISP are in there. So these are very good resources for you that you can be able to see it. So right now we're in mechanical, so we have a mechanical sample right there. So we have a data extraction, yeah, sample, data links drawing sample, multi-leaders drawing sample, text and tables, yeah, drawing samples are right in there. So if you click on it, you can be able to see, yeah, look at this, a little thin view right there on your side, yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and open one of the files here, multi-leaders, yes. And of course, we can be able to open 1, 2, 3, 4 file types in here. So the very first one is a DWG, second is a standard DWS, and then we have DXF, and then the drawing template .dwt. Okay, so certification people, you can be able to choose the right file. All right, so you can open it here, but for education version is a little bit, there is a barrier right there that you have to click OK to go through that. It will land on your layout tab right there, and model, you can go back here and see it. Yeah, since this is a huge and complicated AutoCAD file, you can be able to see the view a bit little. Yeah, so of course you can get back to this layout and can be able to see a little bit bigger. All right, so now we will hop back to the home button there, and I have already covered, Open tab. Then we are going to get into the new button, which is the new tab. And when you go drop down, we can be able to see the templates, and we can be able to see the sheet sets. Yeah, so your template, of course, you can be able to choose a default drawing template. And for us, we are in manufacturing, so we can choose a tutorial imfg.dwt for the template. Okay, from here. Alright, so AutoCAD is just a general drawing template. You can also browse all the templates that we have here. Yeah, so architect will use, manufacturing we use this too. I for inch and M for metric. Okay, so two different unit systems are already templated for you. ARCH is for the architect. They have also inch and also meter in there. Your 3D template is there. Okay. And when you read the file, you can read A is auto and CAD is CAD, so AutoCAD. Okay, ISO is a standard body, international standard body, and you can be able to choose if you go ISO standard. And this is our regular 3D, regular 2D. And then, of course, this is a name plot style 3D, and the name plot style is regular one. Okay, the sheet sets is going to be right in here that you can open easily. Okay, so let me cancel and hop back into here to the new tab. Get more templates. If you don't like the default templates given to you in this software, you can go to get more templates online. Okay. So I have like a two yes, a classes today, and I'm like hurting my throat. Okay, so I'm struggling with my voice. So anyway, pardon me. So if you see, hop back to the Autodesk website to get more templates. Yeah, just choose the one you need. So anyway, and then we're gonna go back to our software here. Then we are going to get into the recent tab. So the recent tab is actually here, so you can be able to identify where you are by looking at the color. Yeah, so this is dark and that is lighter. So if you click on it, see, and that's where you are. So you can be able to identify where you exactly, all right, are. So here, recently opened, yeah, files are going to be populated right here, so you can be you can be able to choose, yeah, very quickly where you want to go. I want to open office, yeah, office plan. Oh, I want to open a bracket. I want to open the layers. It's going to be just right there for you, yeah. Autodesk project, okay, and here are we don't put anything because even though we put the scan and delete it, so when you are working on a project, it should appear right here. Yeah, learning insights, of course, there are gazillion of resources for you to practice that you can be able to browse, all right, and practice in your own time. The more practice you do, the more professional you become for this software and ready for the certification. So of course here you have a My Insights, you have a My Usage Details. Okay, these two tabs are linked to your learning activities. Yeah, since this is an instructor account, so we don't do the learning activities in there. You can of course pay money. Yeah, online courses are there for you to continue to learn and go from level 1 or 2, 3, 4. And then of course here they also have like a default. These are all open source that anybody can be able to use. There's no copyright or right reserved for this. Yeah, this is open to everyone who want to learn, and it's right on their website, open source. So open source materials are very popular in the United States, especially the high school, college, yeah, university. We use them. Yeah, we make workbook, we make textbook, and it's all permitted for you. Yeah, to use it. They give that to you because they want the subscription, which is the software, of course, at the university and colleges. Yeah. Then we will go to the next one. Another resource navigation is right here. So everything about the new version is going to be here. Of course, AutoCAD in new version, they always change this and that is definitely noted here for you to read. So professional AutoCAD designer or drafter, they always have to go in there to see what are the changes, so we can be able to aware of it and continue to use the software, smoothly. Online help again is linked to what I have already shown you. Learning and insights is the same information you can be able to get. Yeah, community forum will take you to the community forum where you can be able to interact with other users. Your customer support, the same thing as in here at the AI assistant. Yeah, virtual assistant, it will take you to the customer support or the technical support if you go into issue. You need to pay money, I believe, for the live agent assistance. Otherwise, it will send you to the help library to extract. Also linked to the community forum, of course. AutoCAD mobile app is a new thing. If you go to this website, you can be able to download the mobile app. AutoCAD web app is also there from this link, for you to be able to explore. Alright, then we will go into announcement. Okay, I'm just go in the order of your textbook. So here we can be able to read it. This is necessary for me to put it here. Per the AutoCAD instruction, Autodesk, of course, instruction, and we have to provide this for you in our class and the course. Okay, in our workbook or textbook. Which use this AutoCAD content. So I am going one by one. Of course, we're now here online. Services, feedback, of course, right now, currently, we are right there, yeah, announcement. So I'm just going to go back. If you trace it, it will be in order in the way I am showing you, okay? All right, and then we will go to the announcement tab here. So this is the announcement area with a little welcome message, and you can check which email you're using right here, okay? If you don't like it, you can make it go away by clicking on this orange, yeah, a little announcement or icon right there. Of course, if you want to send a feedback, I already told you you can share, yeah, and contribute to Autodesk. Of course, all the notifications like information about updated products or surveys, yeah, articles are going to show up here. Yeah, for education version is kind of minimum because they don't want to distract you. For commercial one, it always show up, yeah, according to whatever you're doing. Of course, if you click on it, this is going to take you back to the Autodesk account and just log in with the same, yeah, email. All right, now we're going to move away from the home page to the drawing. Yeah, so drawing area, we will click on the open file right there, and we can be able to close another file. We only need one, okay? So we don't want to save with the modified version. Just save it as a default so you don't change the file. So your bracket is right here. It's just a 2D, yeah, 2D drawing right there. Something is there for you because you need a drawing sheet to activate, yeah, the panels under these tabs, yeah. Otherwise, it's going to be all gray out. All right, so this is your drawing area where you draw. And in this area, you can be able to create, yeah, or you can modify the objects you draw, okay? And this is, of course, your design that you're making. All right, and then, of course, we're going to study this drawing area, yeah, one after another. So the very first thing you've got to understand is this, okay, menu. So that's the very first menu in your drawing file, okay? Each of the tab has its own menu. Yeah, we already cover everything in Start tab. Now we're getting into the File tab. So your file is named bracket, and we have something, okay, here. And inside of it, you're going to see the drawing area, and it has content. So the very first content is this menu. Second one is this XY coordinate axis. Okay, your UCS is right there. And then, of course, it's just a little icon. And of course, you do have a view cube. We call it cube because this is looking like a little square, okay, a cube like that, okay? So I can be able to change in any way you want to go in different direction, yeah? You can see when you hover it, see how many ways that you can be able to go. See this little tiny pop-out blue, okay? Places that you can be able to click to change many different views that you want to, yeah, take a look at it. So this is your WCS. See this little thing that you can see, new UCS, okay? You're going to have a new UCS right there. Right now, I don't need it, so escape out of it. And then, of course, your WCS is right here, yeah? And then, of course, there's another menu, yeah, which is this guy, yeah, navigation, yeah, right there for you. So we're going to hit one by one. And then, of course, in the bottom, you can be able to see, yeah, another navigation right there. And, of course, the third, yeah, menu is right there. So 3 little bars. The second one is here, and the very first one is right there attached to the start, yeah. This row, the third row of the software. So here is the second menu, and then the third menu, 1 and then 2, and then of course 3 right here, yeah. All right, then we are going to start with the very first one, which is your upper left corner, yeah. So upper left corner, of this drawing area, you're going to see the viewport. Controls are right in here. So we have 1, 2, 3 in this menu. So the very first one, look at the viewport controls. Okay, click on it. This we call it plus and minus. So when you click on it, you can see the hidden menu popped out. You can restore the viewport. You can change the configuration of the viewport, okay, from the single to 2 viewports. You can be able to, of course, change it back to single. You can go from single, to 3, viewport. And then, of course, you can be able to change it back to any viewport that you want to go. Yes, so that way you can be able to see, all of the model in a many different ways. So right now for your level, we are just going to keep it, all right, at the single viewport. Okay. All right. Then we will go down to the next menu. So you have 3 different control right there. It is to turn on and off your view cube. So if you click off, your view cube is going to disappear. If you click the steering wheel on, your steering wheel is going to pop out. Okay. If you click on this navigation bar off, navigation bar is going to disappear. If you click the view cube back on here, it's going to appear. And then of course we can take the navigation bar out again. All right, then we will get into the next menu, which is the middle one. So if you click on it, it's going to pop out the hidden menu right there. So we can see, we can be able to change different views. Now I am on the bottom. See how your drawing changes. Then we can go to left, of course, and then we can go to right, of course. And then this is your 6 principal views. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now we're on 2D, so it doesn't really change much. All you see are lines. Okay. On the 3D, of course, it's going to change many different views. SW isometric. We can be able to see many different views. 3D is a better one, of course. Then the NW. So these are just a direction. So if you think about the view cube, you can be able to see the directions are not plus or minus. It is actually north, south, east, and then west. Okay. So therefore, this is southwest, southeast, northeast, and then the northwest. Okay, so right now I'm just going to change it back to our default top. Looking down what you're drawing. Okay, so view manager is the next window. We can open it, and here is your control. You can be able to set the current model view, layout view, and then preset views. New edit, of course. If you have a camera XYZ looking at from this angle, all right, tangent. Target XYZ, the targeted one, height, width, everything is right in there. Right now we don't need it, so let's just cancel that. All right, and after that we will go into parallel and perspective. By default we're at parallel. You can also change it into perspective, and the view, okay, is go into the perspective mode identified by this change in UCS, okay, icon right here. Now let's just go back to the parallel mode. Okay, if you change something and you have no idea what you did, you can always go back all the way, all the way to the very default. Okay, so that is where we were before. Okay, then the next one is this. And these are your view style control. So if you click on it, you can be able to change from 2D, wireframe to conceptual, hidden, realistic, shaded. This is better with a 3D model. So I'm going to show you again when we get to the 3D section. Right now, just remember, like, we can be able to change, okay, the view style is right here from 2D wireframe to the X-ray. Okay, your visual style manager wizard is this, and you can be able to drag it in any way you want it. Okay, and here you have a little cartoon style. Yeah, easy to change just by clicking on it. Each one of them has more control. Your face setting, lighting, of course, environment setting, edge. So these are all cosmetic that you can play with. Once you get a hold with the application, just do, like go ahead and play with it. Right now, it's okay. Yeah, you don't really need it. So let's just exit out of it. Then, so that completes custom visual style. Right now is off. Yeah, we don't really use that anyway. Sometime when you're a professional, sometime we use it. Okay. All right, and then we'll move to this side, and we have our view cube here. This allows you to rotate, the view of your drawing area to see it from a different viewpoint. So see, you can click on this. Yeah, you can also click on that. See, it got highlighted. You can click on this. You can click on the top. You can click also on the corner. See like how I am changing many different views that way. Yeah, look at this. And of course, we can go back to where we came from, yeah, which is the top. And when you hover this, you can also click on it. Yeah, see, look at this. As soon as you hit, direction like that, it will go, where you want it to go. And this is your friend, flat as a pancake right there, because we draw on the top plane. Where you draw, the planes are very important. This is your top plane. There are 6 planes in total, because everything, all 3D, has 6 surfaces. Okay, if you want to go back to home, it will give you the ISO position. Yeah, right there. So let's just go back to our default top. So make sure you play with this, okay, because you're gonna need it. Yeah. So right now we're gonna get into the hidden menu, and you have your home. You have parallel perspective, already the same thing from here. Perspective with auto, it auto mean orthographic projection. Yeah, I say we always use auto. Yeah, like that in the short names, auto faces. Yeah, perspective with auto faces. We can be able to change any way you want it. Yeah. Okay, so set current view as a home. You can click on it. Yeah, it will set it to home for you. Home button is right there. Okay, view cube setting, we can go into the setting, and then of course you can customize in any way you want it. Yeah, so your on-screen position, I want it top right, bottom right, top left, bottom left. Whichever way is good for you. Of course, you want to turn off the UCS menu or turn it on, which is this guy. Snap to closest view if you want to. Then you're going to have the view cube controls are going to be right in there. Yeah. All right. Right now, we're just going to go ahead and cancel it. If you screw up something, you can be able to restore everything back to the default. Okay, then press OK. Alright, then we will move on to the next menu, which is your navigation bar. Yeah, menu meaning like you have all the functions inside of it. So the navigation bar is going to provide access, to the steering wheel, which is this guy right there. So when you look at it, here is a little, see this, how your cursor change, and you can be able to read, of course, what it can be able to do in there. Yeah. So now we get into the hidden menu, and you have a full navigation wheel, mini full navigation wheel, mini view object wheel, mini tour building wheel. Okay, they're all different looking, by the way. Now if you click on it, see this little mini thingy, Of course, you don't like it and you want to change a different one, you can be able to change it. Okay, so how different they are in your control. So whichever way is going to make you faster, just go ahead and use it. Your default, of course, is going to be full navigation wheel right there. Yeah, if you don't like it, just X out of it. Okay, you can also escape out by clicking ESC, yeah, button on your keyboard. Okay, so your basic view object wheel is gonna be right here, and your basic wheel, tour building wheel is gonna be right there. Your 2D wheel, of course, is gonna look like a 2D zoom, yeah, right there for you. You have pan, so you can be able to quickly navigate in the way you want it. Yeah, I would try to use a very basic one on it, so when you're learning for the very first time, it is better to go with the default so you kind of get it. Once you get a hold of this software, you change, whichever way is convenient for you to move quickly and efficiently. Yeah, so you save a lot of time. Okay, so now let me go back and turn on, the full, of course, wheel right there. Alright, the next is your pen. It looks like a little hand, yeah? So if you click on it, yeah, your cursor originally is this one. If you click on it, you're going to get your hand. The hand, you can be able to use the hand to grip it, okay? So see like how you can move wherever you want to go. Right now our drawing is very big, so therefore we don't really need to navigate from here to there. Okay, we have everything that we want to access is just right there. Yeah, now you want to get off of the hand, all you have to do is click ESC, button on your keyboard, and it's going to take you back to your cursor. Yeah. Alright, then we will get into zoom controls. The zoom controls are right there in your hidden menu. So here you have a zoom extent. See how your zoom changes, zoom window, go into the zoom window mode. Make sure you carefully read what it's telling you to do. Specify the first corner, so you can just move it and then just click specify mean please click, the very first point, and please click, see, specify the opposite corner away from the opposite from the very first point. And we can just click it somewhere here and it's going to zoom in there for you. Okay, then of course you can go back to the previous, and then you can do the real time, X out of it. Then we can go to zoom all, okay, X out of it. Then we can go to dynamic. Okay, look at this, how big that is. X out of it. Then of course you can go to zoom scale, another command, so you follow what it is asking you. Your computer talks you by, okay, it doesn't know what to do, so you're gonna have to tell it what to do. It's asking you, hey, you want to use this, enter a scale, all right, factor, nx or nxp. So you're going to punch in some number right at that blue. See, there's a blue floating number, moving number, running number, and specify something right in there. It's going to do it for you. Yeah. Okay. Then the zoom center, the same thing. Make sure follow the command prompt. Then you have the object. Okay. Same thing. Follow the command prompt and give it what it wants. Zoom in, okay, and then we have zoom out like that. Okay, let's just go back to the zoom extent, which is your default. Then we have the next one is your orbit tool. So when you get to the orbit tool, see that we can be able to get into the hidden menu. You have your orbit, your free orbit. Look at this, how it changes. Yeah, look at this green thing, and then of course a continuous orbit. Yeah, it's just a little bit of orbiting. It's just a rotation. When we say the orbit, it means we want to rotate, rotate the view in a 3D space. with a continuous motion. You know, everything is about a motion, move. Okay, we like to move it. Anyway, so go back to orbit, and then of course the next. And the last one is this guy. It's just a show motion. It's going to give you an on-screen display, yeah, for creating and playing back the cinematic camera animation. Of course, you can be able to use. It's a pretty good tool, by the way, yeah. So if you click on it, this is what you get. Okay. Right now, of course, we're not in 3D. We're not doing simulation, so therefore we don't have to deal with that for motion, yeah, for this class. Alright, the next one is a little menu. Yeah, you still have a tiny little menu for the navigation bar. So the navigation bar menu is right there. Yeah, exactly the same as your drawing area menu. Drawing area menu has like a 1, 2, and then 3 major. Yeah, for navigation bar, you only have a little tiny menu right there. Okay, so if you click it, the hidden menu will pop out. So we have a steering, we have pan, zoom, orbit, show motion are all turned on. Therefore, in your navigation bar, you can be able to see it. Yeah, your docking position, I am on the link to the view cube, and it is at the top right. Yeah, you can move it wherever you want it to go, but they are tied, you know, to each other. And here is a little, menu that you can be able to go in and change wherever you want to go. If you don't want to link it and you just want to go by yourself, you can also unlink it. Okay, so right now let's just link that back to it. Yeah, so education bar version like you to link that two together. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to the right. Of course, if you're left-hand sided, then you can move whichever way is good for you. Yeah. Alright, so if you want to turn off pan, you can turn it off. So your navigation bar will shorten. Yeah. If you want to turn it back on, you can do that. So, okay. Alright, then we will move to this side. So the next one that we have to know is this little UCS icon. So you are in X, okay, Y, so 2 dimensions, yeah, 2D. So this is Y and this is X, alright? So if you have like the last, alright, X is Z, then we will be in 3 dimensions, okay? So right now we're on 2D drawing. This is called the UCS icon. Yeah, it's just a little tiny icon right there. You can click on it. Yeah, if you click on it, see this? How the color changes right there. Yeah, if you click on that again, see this? You can be able to see the little blue and little circle blue, okay, right there, and the hidden menu is gonna pop out. You can rotate it around Z-axis, rotate it around X-axis, and your Y-axis direction is gonna be given there for you. Yeah, if you hover, see right at the center, you can be able to move and align, move origin, okay, only. And then of course you can go straight into the world mode if you want to. See how you can change each one of them very easily. Now I am moving. Okay, if you don't want to move, escape out of it. Of course, you can go there again and move and then align. You can move anywhere you want to go, okay? If you don't want to move, then escape out of it, okay? So now let's just click on this a second time, yeah? And here, yeah, if you go, look at this. I am now on top, and then you can be able to rotate, yeah, in any way you want it. And you can hit it again, and look at this, yeah? If you hover that, the hidden menu will pop out. You have an X-axis direction, same as your Y-axis. Yeah, see? Y-axis direction, the same menu. Rotate around X-axis, rotate around Y-axis. Okay, you can do all of that. Escape out of this. Okay, all right. Alright, then before we go into this menu, we will complete. All right, we will finish up this file, yeah, menu. So when you hover a tab, you will always see the hidden, okay, menu. So right now we are going to hover over this file name bracket, okay, file. So you can see your model space pop out, your layout space pop out, and your another layout space popped out. And now I can go, yeah, to layout. Yeah, see that? Another layout too. Of course, we put the same, all right, drawing on the two layout. We can be able to see it the same thing. Okay. Now we can go back to the model where you draw. We can go back into there very easily. Yeah, another way to get there is here. We are on model, so the color changes. We are on layout, the color changes. And we are on layout 2, the color changes. So just by looking at the color, you know where you exactly are. You gotta know where you are, yeah, to be able to go from one place to another. All right, then of course the drawing, all right, file bracket has a two menu. One is a hover menu that will show, pop out like that, and the other one is a right click. So if you right click it, you have the second hidden menu. So you have new, open, save, save as, same as your quick access. Of course we have save all, close, close all, and then copy full file path, open file location. You want to go back to where this file came from, you can open the file location. It's going to show you exactly the directory path right there, so you can be able to know where the file exists. And then of course when you see the copy full file path, it's been copied, and of course you can paste it, okay, into the Word file or something like that. Okay, so I paste it in Word file, and you get this. It is in this directory. Why that is necessary is sometimes you can get really confused and your files get lost. If you're not very systematic person and you don't do file organization in your computer, you're gonna have an issue. Your issue is going to be, where's my file, where I save it, I don't know. You know exactly where that is because your computer open the file location for you. And you can also copy the full file path. So if you're working in a team with other people, they can be able to locate your file. And of course, also the path is very important in programming. So when we do automation, your code can be able to reach that file with this directory. All right, then we are going to learn how to float. How to float a file. So here is your file. Your file is named bracket, and you can be able to take it out of it. So all you have to do is just drag it, and it is going to float. See, it is floating. Of course, you can put it back in there. See the color changes right there. So if you want like a wider space to draw, take it out. You don't need to draw right in there. Of course, in the level 1, you will be drawing just like this, yes, because we are obligated to show you with the default setting for the very first time user, so you don't get lost. If we move too much, then you get lost. Of course, you can float it out like this. Okay, I'm gonna pull it out. And if you have like a secondary monitor, you can move it to that side and dock it back in here. It is necessary because some of us, we use like many different monitors, like all the way to six monitors. It's easier for us to be able to see. Of course, the standard, you might have like 1 or 2 monitors. You have a first display and then a second display, so you have a bigger workspace. Okay, so in the ribbon areas, we have like tabs, and then each tab you can be able to navigate this way by clicking on it. Yes, and then of course you also have like a extended menu right there for you. Okay, and you can also go, all right, like that. Okay, look at this. See that? How we can be able to move in many different ways to control the ribbon. Yeah. Now I'm just gonna get back to here. Go down, 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 back to the home. Yeah. So this is where most of your draw, modify, annotation layers, block properties group, utilities, clipboard, and the views are going to be right in there for you. Okay. Here's a little arrow that you can be able to click on it. It takes a little bit of time for AutoCAD to link, okay? And that's just a choosing of your drafting standard, your first angle or the third angle. In United States, we use only third angle, yeah? Sometimes if you switch it here and forget to set it back, it's a good habit, yeah, to check the drafting standard to see the standard is correctly chosen. Alright, so these are the tabs and the panels are this one. Okay, so draw is a panel, modify panel, annotation is a panel, layer is a panel, block, properties, group, utilities, they are all panels. These are the tabs and the whole thing we call it ribbon. Okay. Okay, then we will get into the hidden menu. So you have a show, yeah, tabs. You can turn it on. You can be able to turn it off. Okay. Show panels. You can turn it off. You can be able to turn it back on. Yeah. So set any way you want it. Your tabs and also your panels. Yeah. Turn off everything you don't need and turn on everything you need. Okay. So that way it's easier for you to control. You can totally turn this off. You can turn it back on. Okay, it's just a title. Of course, you can undock the whole thing. Okay, and then put it back in. All right, it's gonna just pop out right there. And then if you want to close it, you can close it. Okay. If you want to open it, of course, you can open it back. Okay, so now your ribbon is gone. Now, if you want to open the ribbon back, you just have to call RI. Okay, so the very first one is the ribbon. Second one is to close the ribbon. So all you have to do is just click on it. Yeah, it's gonna pop right back up. Okay. Then we're gonna move back up to the first row, which is your quick access toolbar. It displays frequently used tool like new. Okay, so give me a new file. Give me this. Okay, open, save it, save as. Okay, ship it to your phone, and then of course you can send it to the web. Okay, save it. And this one is open from the web. Sorry, open from the web and the mobile. And this one is a save it to the web and the mobile. Your printer. Okay, this one is I don't want to do this, and I want to get rid of each of the action you have ever done in this application. You can always go right back there. Alright, I can just go back to the layer, Control C. It's going to take me back to where it was before. Okay. And of course, if you want to redo all the way up, then you can be able to also redo. This is in a reverse order. See, the ribbon is now down there. So we can just go back and forth in the time. Time is nothing but just a measurement. We are measuring the activities. So the activities that we have ever done is right there. So that is your time. We're going back. And then we are coming to the future or to the present. You go to the past and whatever activity. So in the past, then you're doing the UCS. So this is your time. It's recorded activities right there that you can go back any way you want it. Okay. Then we have a drafting and annotation, 3D modeling. We can be able to go into these workspaces. Okay, save current as, workspace settings, and you can also customize. Your workspace setting is going to be here in this window, and you got the same menu as over there. So we will be able to choose going back and forth between 2D, 2D is called drafting annotation here, and 3D, of course, you have a regular 3D and modeling 3D. Yeah, AutoCAD can do solid modeling now. Alright, not just a pictorial. So anyway, I'm just going to go back and cancel out of it. Then, of course, we have a another little drop down is there. So this is where you can be able to have a customized quick access toolbar. So everything that is marked is, you can be able to see it. Everything that is hidden is this one. Yeah, so if you want a batch plot, you can add that. Okay. If you wanna see the plot preview, you can also add that. Yeah, it will pop out here. If you don't want it anymore, turn it off. Okay, so it will save the space for you. Of course, here is your share, so you can be able to go all the way to the share a link to this drawing and collaborate. Yeah, here this is the link. It is saved to your account. Other people can be able to edit and save a copy, or they can just view. Okay, you can copy the link and put it into email or wherever, whoever you want to share. Okay, I'm just going to X out. And then we will go to this side. Yeah, I'm trying to cover this side before we go. Of course, here you have let me try to trace where we are. Okay, so they want to do this application first. Okay, so the application button is here. We call it the AutoCAD because it has the AutoCAD icon. So we call it AutoCAD options are here, but the real name is the application icon. Yeah, so here we will click it and drop down. New, open, yeah, save. It tells you what it can do. It can do all these things. Yeah, you can create a new drawing. Regular sheet set is here. Open, you can open a file. You can open a drawing. You can open this, and that. Okay. Of course, save. You can save the recent document. Okay. And here you can be able to filter in the way you want it, by size, by type, by access date. And here you can make a large icon so you can see what's in it, small images or the large images. Okay, so it's easier for you to be able to see what is inside of the folder, other than this little default thing. Little default, okay, listing is good, so we can see, the entire file that you save in there. Import can import from a different format. So the format we can input into this software is PDF, DGN, and other formats. Yeah. If you click on it, you can be able to see the file type that you can import from. We can import from SolidWorks. We can import from Rhino, your Engineering Pro, PDF files, and CATIA. We use CATIA a lot in industry. Of course, we can also import ACIS, 3D Studio files, okay? Blah, 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 all the way down. We can also import the 3D, 3D print ready file stepped as well here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cancel it, okay? Your export, you can export all of this. You can export as a DWF, DWFX, 3D DWF. You can export as a PDF, DGN, and other formats. Okay, other formats, if you click on it again, you can see all the formats in this drop-down menu. Alright, then we will go into publish. So if you want to share the drawing, you can share it. So number 1, send to the 3D print services. Number 2, archive and save it. Number 3, you e-transmit. Number 4, you go into the email and send. Number 5, you share the view. And then, of course, you share the link. Okay? Your option for the AutoCAD, the entire option, is here, and you can be able to access from here. This is just X out of AutoCAD. Print, you can print your output drawing, plot, batch plot, go all the way down in different, print format. This little one is good. We have more menu down there, You can also edit the plot style tables, by clicking on it. Drawing utility is this. So when you get to the drawing utility, you can be able to do these things. So tools to maintain the drawing, drawing properties. We can compare, we can control the units, audit, status, we can purge it, okay? We can also recover, and of course, you can use a recovery manager in there if you lost your file or something or corrupted. Okay, now we will get into the major options. So if you go to the main option, you have all the control for everything. See, look at this. So this is a AutoCAD option. So all the controls, of course, we will come across that as we go into different chapters. And then for drawing utilities, also you have a sub menu that you can go straight into. See, go into the unit, change the decimal, change the precision, change the decimal degree, change the precision degree, unit, and the international or American lighting, okay, all of that is going to be right in there, so under the utility. Purge, the same thing, it will open up the purge. You can customize it, close it. It just tossing all the history, catch on history and the logs. Of course, you can also go, status, recovery has a secondary hidden menu, recover with XREFS, okay? All right, now I'm just gonna go back here. Now we're finished with this files. We can either X out of it or close it. Alright, so let's go back to the drawing, canvas here. Then we're gonna move down, so here to this last row right there. The menu, of course, we have a lower left corner menu right here. So if you click on it, we can add the new layer, which is this little plus sign. It's the same, function that it can do. Of course, from the template, page setup manager, select all layouts, dock above the status bar, dock in line with the status bar, okay? Model space, layout 1, layout 2 tabs are here, so you gotta be aware of the model space control and the layout controls are right here as well, same as there, Model space is where you will do most of your drawing. Your paper space is for plotting, of course, or printing, So these layout tabs are very good because they allow you to control, which area of the drawing to publish and then which one to scale, You can scale it down if you want to. And you can add more layouts by clicking on the plus sign. So here, if you click on the plus sign, you can be able to add, another layout space right there. See that these are completely clickable, see? You can scan it. Then it's completely interactive, so if you want to go into the layout space, you can go into the layout space. We have the same control here, your view cube, your navigation, okay? You can be able to pan and adjust to how you want it to be printed. See that how you can be able to control, You can click on each one of them. Look at that, All right. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and close unnecessary, layout. All right. All right, the next one is your command line. Your command line float, okay, right above the last row. And here, of course, you can be able to type the command. And of course, we will always go with the very basic command line. Okay, so if you type the line, it is a command, and you can be able to see the command. Yeah, if you choose it, it's gonna start. Yeah, the input box is gonna pop out, and you will follow, what it wants you to give. So it wants you to give the very first point. Yeah, and then it asks you to give me the next point. So just give it, and it will draw the line for you. Of course, you can go continuously until you finish or whatever you want to draw. Yeah, right now I cut it with 2 points. I have a point, we go da da da, and then we're gonna stop right there. Okay, so command line, you can start a command. You have to provide the input for that command. Okay, of course, typing all the time just strain your hands. So if you want to call a line, you don't have to type everything anymore. Okay, you can just like type li, and it is going to show you a list of commands starting with li. You have line type, limits. Okay, limit weights. Okay, and see, look at this. Everything that starts with li is going to pop out, and choose where you want to go. Okay, and then do your input. Of course, there are many different commands. You can do layers. Yeah, layer is going to pop out. You can do blocks. The blocks is going to pop out. You can do hatch. Hatch, and hatch is gonna pop out. See that? Okay, so if you want this to go away, you can erase it, or you can just easily X out, which is escape. Yeah. All right. Your instruction just tell you, after like a command name, after you type it in, you can be able to press enter and it will go into the command mode. But sometimes we like to just click on it. Yeah, so if you think about it, we just go like li, and sometimes we choose it and then we go straight into there. Yeah, whichever way is easy for you, you can do that. Then we are going to go to the last menu, which is this guy. Yeah, so if you click on it, we have a lot of controls from coordinate all the way to clean screen. Okay, see this clean screen, turn it on. See this one, little one. Yeah, graphic performance. Yeah, turn it on, turn it off. See this, it highlighted blue. Isolate objects, we turn it on, turn it off. Yeah, see this? Next to the decimal, isolate objects. Then of course there are many many things that you can be able to do, that you can keep it here on the lower lower right corner of this drawing canvas. So dynamic input, okay, which is this guy, is very, very important. You should turn it on. Okay, so that dynamic input, which is this guy right here, it can display the command prompts right next to the cursor. So if you have this and you want to draw a line, okay, you type in line. See, I am in my dynamic input, and I can be able to see the command prompts next to my cursor. Yeah, so if you see the command prompts next to your positive cursor like that, you know that you are in the dynamic input mode. Okay, all right. This is just the bottom of the application window, which is this guy, of course, and we call this, okay, the status bar, application status bar. So status is highlighted in blue if that is on, okay, if you're in that mode right now. Of course, you can turn it off. Yeah, if you don't like it, you can turn it off like this. See, so my grid is on, I turn the grid off. If you want this, all right, a menu, in the application bar to go away. All you have to do is just click, okay, and mark it. If you mark it, it will come back, okay. Of course, the workspace control is right here. Yeah, I already showed you how to customize the workspace setting. We can be able to change it back and forth between 3D and 2D. You can also customize it. Yeah, so here is your customized user interface. In any way you want it, you can design that for your own AutoCAD. Okay, then we will get into the tube palette. Okay, so your tube palette, these are your palettes, yeah, your panels, okay, in there for you. Of course, we call this a palettes, yeah. So inside there are tools. So here you have all the tools, yeah. Of course, you can take your palette out of it too, yeah. So what you do is just drag it. And here, see this, we call this a little tool, yeah, palette, and we can be able to customize in any way you want it to be, okay. So right now I have everything I need under draw, all right, panel, and you have all the tools. And if you click on this, right click, we can be able to see which one you want to show your text, and then of course your panels, which one you want to turn on and off, okay. If you want this to go back into here, all you have to just go in and place it, okay. Okay, now I am going to show you, all right, now how to go to your two palettes. So your two palettes can be easily accessed from the View tab. Yeah, so if you click on the View tab, you can be able to see, okay, palette control, which is this guy. Yeah, so two palettes. And if you click on it, you're going to see this. Yeah, so you can customize in any way you want it to be able to see, okay. So these are like we have level, so these are like a professional level. You can be able to customize, you know. You can also share, by the way, directly, you know. If you created a palette, you can be able to share that with other people, yeah. Customize and add all the tools and content that you want. Of course, as we do the lab, we will be using, okay, as we needed in your foundation, yeah, lab 1 to 12. So here's the insert, annotate, yeah. So your homework is explore your interface, okay, and make sure you try each one of them and familiarize with the term that we use in this software, okay. And you can also add in, of course, everything and anything you wanted. I place my palette like, you know, a little bit, okay. I should put it in there. Yes. Okay, so anyways, so now is it better, like not clashing with other tabs. So insert has a block definition, reference, import, data, linking, and extraction, okay. Panels, your annotate has text, dimension, center lines, leaders, tables, markup, and annotation scaling. Parametric has a geometry, dimensional, and manage. 3D tools, modeling, solid editing, surfaces, mesh, section, selection, and coordinates. Visualize, we have lights, sun and location, material, camera, animation, render, named views, coordinates, visual style, model viewports. View, you have your viewport tools, named views, model viewports, preview history, palettes, okay. And here is your interface. Manage, I'm going to show you each one of these panels, yeah, so you know that where they are. Action recorder, yeah. Your customization, we can record, of course, easily record. So if you click on it, your record, you can be able to quick access, yeah, like this. So play, record, and stop is right there, yeah, right on the right click. So if you right click, the right click menu is going to pop out, yeah. Here is your view And of course your navigation bar controls are also here, which is these things right there. You can isolate clipboard, copy and paste stuff. And then your recent, of course, input, your commands are right in there, your quick, calculator, quick select, count, find, and other options are going to be in your right click, menu. Your right click menu, I already show you this. Two plate, two palette group, all the way down. Show tabs, already show you everything. Dock, close. Right here, right click, you have move size, minimize, maximize, and close. Of course, if you right click down here, it will go back to the new layout, which is model space, and the layout space are control. Okay, so I think I have already covered everything that you need to know in interface. All right, I'll put the same thing. You can add in, you have to go to the app manager to select anything that you wanted to do. Some of the add-ins are very powerful, so make sure that you make use of it if you want to. However, for this class, since you're level 1, we are hitting the foundations, because this class is designed for 18 to 20 years old, the very first 2 years of your college life. It is not meant for the adult students. So if you are far away from school for many, many years and you come back, this would be really easy for you, Of course, here we have Express Tools, featured apps, and here is your menu to go furthermore for app stores and features and things like that. All right. Basically, you will be, of course, in the home tab, We're going to be able to go back to the default home tab ribbon by clicking on this thing, So if you click line C, we have draw, modify, we minimize the panels, and that is to make space, Now here, even minimize, we try to minimize so it's not taking that much of space right there. Of course, that's it for the user interface, and I'm going to post this video for you so you can be able to use it. So if you forget about something, just go back and take a look at it.